Okay.
All right. So, Mike, Dave was telling me today. He mentioned the story that you were talking about. The Beaver, some kind of Beaverbrook hockey league or whatever. I wasn't familiar with it, but you apparently were there watching your dad play. And Dave knows your father, and your dad's from.
Oh, so this is Mike's son.
Yes.
Yeah. Mike the fourth.
Yeah.
So, Mike, Gary's trying to get in. He's having a hard time getting in. I know you.
Oh, really?
I know you know.
I
He's
know
trying to
Gary
get
very
in. I know you do.
All right,
And
cool.
as soon as Mike told me today, I said, "Shit, I'll get a hold of Gary Ionati," and I'm pretty sure Mike's kid knows him because he's very friendly with the family. He knows your whole family.
Hold on one
Right.
second. Hold on, honey. Hold on.
Hold on.
Sorry, man. I'm like trying to balance a bunch of stuff here.
It's
Well
fine.
understood, dude. But he knows your whole family. Gary knows your whole family really well. He's trying to get in. He wants to talk to you.
All right, I have to go for a split second. I'm gonna come right back on.
Not a
Mike
problem.
will
Not a
be-
problem. He ain't in anyway yet.
We'll be
All
there.
right. Nothing's on fire burning.
It's all burnt to shit. What are you doing right now?
That's funny. He's getting yelled at by his wife. That's awesome.
Yeah, been there.
He's like,
Been there, dude.
I got something to do right now. Fucking fantastic. So,
Yeah.
so Dave, tell us about that league. Tell us about the hockey league at Beaverbrook.
Oh, that was the Father Ron League, I believe. It started out, correct? With Justin Payne and the Oberts and the Boyles, and it was the Friendly House League that was crazy. It was a crazy league. I did play on traveling Beaverbrook League. We made the nationals. I was a goalie back then, but it was the Friendly House League that Mike's referring to.
Now, Friendly House had hockey, street hockey. Is that what it was?
So it was in the building, and all the walls were brick, and it was the craziest fucking thing going. You'd get slammed into the wall, slam your head. Yeah, it was the craziest. Some of these guys have good stories for you.
The floor was rubber. I remember that.
In Friendly House?
Yeah.
Wow. I think it was. Yeah, it was. It was.
They had a legit rubber court.
Yeah,
Friendly House.
And them hard little fucking balls back then, they hurt when you got hit in the fucking face, I'll tell you.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
And the shit, they hurt wherever they hit you, man. Some of them kids could fire it. Absolutely fired the ball.
I'm sure. Yep. So
But
the other part of tonight's going to be Blarney Stone fight stories, which Kev, I put in the post.
there's no better fight than that.
Yeah, the only rules of tonight is the statute of limitations has to be.
So now you got three layers, like guys before me, my time, and Kevin's seen them all. He's seen
a lot of them.
It's a
He's seen
10-part
all. He's
series.
seen the whole show.
It's a 10-part series. I come in about part 9.
We could have more than 10, believe me, especially Kevin. Kevin as the narrator.
Believe it or not, I've actually played at the Beaverbrook Park street hockey ring. I know you're probably saying, "Wow, that beanpole play." I did. I had a couple of friends of mine were on the Clark's hockey team, and they used to play with the guys up there. And when they were short for guys, they'd bring me up. I got jacked up one time. This guy sent me airborne. I mean, I literally was up in the air, flipped around, landed. Everybody stopped. I'm like, I'm all right. If it did it to me now, it would kill me.
I believe Father Ron ran that. His name was Father Ron. And we were on a traveling team. We went to the Nationals. We won the Nationals. We played on it was a plastic floor, man. It was fucking high class, man. It was unbelievable. Back then, you were a young kid. You know, I wasn't that old.
It was high class to play indoors. Period.
On it was new. The plastic floors were like new. It was like a new thing. Oh yeah, it was intimidating too. Good times though, really good times.
Yep.
Well, you can do some crazy things indoors. We were doing from Leecham's a company outing that I planned to get all the staff together just for fun, and I had it was an all-day thing. So we went to a bunch of different events. We went bowling, we went to a movie, and everything involved drinking. So at the end of the day, I knew enough guys that worked at the VFW Post on Main Street, and I talked them into letting me play wiffle ball there. So I brought in the staff from Leecham's, and we had a giant wiffle ball game up there. Broke a light. Two of the guys, that was just from a hit. Two of the guys got in a fight. Two of the staff guys got in a fight. We had to one of them bit one of the other guys on the arm. We had to throw him out.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, I mean, how many wiffle ball inside the VFW Post? That was definitely original.
If there's a fight and in that scenario, that's hard. Or I don't know. That's fantastic.
Yeah, I'm not mentioning the names. I know you said it's a statute of limitations, but I'm not mentioning any names in this broadcast.
No, all right, that's fine. It's phenomenal. Nope, I love it.
That's the problem with all those fight stories I remember from the Blarney Stone. I really can't talk about too many of them. Or a lot of other things I saw there.
If we don't have like the ending, you don't know what you're getting into, I guess.
Yeah.
It's funny. Yeah, there certainly was a lot of action back then. I know he was talking about the Blarney being the Standish Cafe or something today.
Yeah. It was before my time, but I knew it was called. Yeah, I think it was like half the size. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I live on Maywood Street, 5-6 houses down pretty much my whole life since I was 5 years old.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was shining shoes in the Standish Cafe when I was 7, making money. Guys would just put their work boots on, give me $1. It was, yeah, that was in. There'd be fights then, old guys fighting. It was fucking crazy.
you were willing to do the dirt. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
I heard back then it was a lot of bikers and a lot of guys, a lot of Marines just back from Vietnam, and there was a lot of fights involved like that.
And we're talking some serious fights too. Some like unbelievable. Well, Kev, you had the Saint Germains, you had all them kind of guys. A little bit after that,
No names.
And that was calming down. That was calming down. It
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, because Tommy was there, so Tommy didn't put up with as much of it. So
You know
yeah,
what, though, Kev? To be honest with you, you yourself changed a lot of how you dealt with it. It was really got a lot of that back, and you got the college kids back in there. You did a lot for that place. You really did. No doubt in my mind.
well, like I started talking about before, I
Tommy knew
think
it too. Tommy knew it because you were level-headed. You weren't a hothead. You weren't.
I couldn't afford to be.
At first, it was a little bit intimidating, probably to you. You know what I mean? Because you weren't a big kid, and there was
No.
a big fucking dudes fighting in there.
It's
People
so
just-
funny.
I was
It's so funny to hear him call you kid. Like,
that first day I walked behind the bar, and that Sunday morning was my first shift. Dave was already there. There was a fight about 15 minutes into it. I was 167 pounds. Still, and I was still 6'2". So yeah, it was. But eventually, the only reason it really got cleaned up. Yes, I did play a big part in that, but it was really because most of the regulars wanted it cleaned up because they wanted to be able to bring their wives in and stuff like that and not have a fight. Occasional fight just for old time's sake, but they didn't want to fight every 15 minutes.
yeah.
And
But at nighttime, you couldn't control the night because that's where it came in. That's where people were coming down there just for that sometimes, just for a conversation. Kevin
Yeah.
knew it too right away. Oh, this is going to be problems. Or he'd look at me and I'd go, yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Me and Dave had a lot of eye communication back then. I could actually, even if maybe that's how I learned out of a sense of where the fights were. I just kind of watch his eyes and.
No,
Right.
Kevin be watching me because he'd be going, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's key.
Kevin was good,
Sure.
dog. Dude, there was nobody observing more than him. He was pretty fucking good at it. And it was like no surprise. You knew it was coming right away. You could kind of tell it was coming. But
Yeah.
like I said, late at night, you couldn't control. Even the bouncers would say, they couldn't control. You get guys like Danny Best come in. I don't care who you are. You ain't
Yeah.
you didn't stop that fucking kid from coming in. And he would order beers, he wouldn't even pay for them. Tommy McCabe didn't do nothing about it. It was just that kind of fucking bad dudes that would walk in there and
I never had a problem with Danny.
no, but he was a dude.
I think Danny liked me.
He's a dude you didn't fuck with, though.
No, but there's a lot of dudes that I wouldn't fuck with. So I mean, so I was used to that. But I mean, no, definitely not. You know, yeah, the Saint Germains or Danny or there's a lot of tough guys there. But like,
It was
Yeah.
Emmanuel, that's what it is. People would come down for that, though. They would just go there to test them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So too bad for them, but those are the guys you didn't want to test.
Gary's video is in, but we're just waiting for him. Gary, can you hear us?
Hello?
You should.
There-
We can hear you.
There he is.
There he is.
Get on? Am I on with you guys or what? What the?
You are.
No, I'm old school here. Technology, is
I just got
not.
done telling him that, Gary. I just got done saying, oh, he's fucking
Hey.
What the fuck? I just got done
That's
telling
what
him.
I was saying. What the fuck? What the fuck?
Yeah, you're doing great. You're doing great.
Good to be on with you guys. Good to be on.
Man,
We're just
thank you
talking
for
about
stopping
the
by,
Blarney.
man.
I'm telling you, I was ready to start drinking again. I couldn't get on this thing.
We're just talking about the old school fights in the Blarneys, the St.
Oh,
Germain.
geez, don't they go to you? I forgot more fights than I've been in.
Yeah, no shit. Oh yeah.
Dave, I didn't fight. You know that.
Did you see Kevin's here? Did you see Kevin's here? The bartender, Kevin?
No, where is he? Where's
Yeah,
Kev?
Top
My
left.
barkeep.
There he is.
Hey, brother. Hey, get your
Hey, Gary. That's one of the reasons I'm
brother.
on
Good to see you,
vacation.
man.
I'm on vacation, and when I heard you were going to be on, I said, "All right, I got to go on," because Gary's
Yeah,
that's like a
Dave
brother
called
to me.
this afternoon. Dave called me this afternoon. I said, "Fuck yeah, I'd love to get on and shit.
Yeah.
This is cool."
Yeah,
Like I say, Kev, I'm old school, brother. This is tough for me to. I mean, what do they want me to do?
We're all figuring it out.
I'm gonna be honest with all you guys. I still don't know how I got on.
So Mike's kid coming back. He just had a fire at home or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus
His wife,
Almighty.
his wife was bitching at him and he had to get off. But I told him you were coming in. He was looking forward. He's gonna come back in.
That sounds about right with my son.
No shit. No
Well, yeah, geez. Kev, I didn't get too many jams in the Blarney.
No. Yeah. Actually, Gary always had anybody's back, though. He was always the first
I
one.
did.
Really
Don't get me wrong. I started a couple. But I was there more for my buddies. I
That's
really
right.
was.
That's right.
Watch your mouth, Paul. There's my warden. She's speaking over there. She had to get her 2 cents in.
What you say?
We got
Well,
three
yeah,
levels here.
Days.
We got three
We have
levels.
Dave here. My
Yeah,
brother here, my little kid here, I took care of. Now, then it got to the point Dave had to take care of me.
15 years old, they were sneaking me in the corner, feeding me fucking beers. They would sneak me in the corner, feed me beers. 15. Never forget it. All the time, too.
We were ahead of our day,
Yep.
Yeah.
Good time.
60s and 70s were tough, and we made it. But I tell you guys, I lost a lot of brothers over the past 4 years. Dave lost a brother himself.
David?
We lost a lot.
Dave, I'm sorry. Which one did you lose?
Jim,
Oh,
Jim-
Stevie. Dave's brother.
I had no. I'm sorry to hear that. Jim was. Go ahead. Yeah.
had diabetes.
Yeah, I mean, Jesus, Kev, Dave, there was like what? I mean, they would just boom one after another, after another, after another. It's like, phew, maybe I get out of Worcester just in time.
yeah. There's no doubt you got out. But yeah, it's been a
Oh.
sad time. This COVID shit, with my brother and
Oh, I'm so sick of these masks. I got my vaccinations.
You know, that's what's so good about this podcast. I was just telling Mike today, Gary, I haven't seen you in fucking like 20, 30 years. And it's, you know, every time I seen you back then in the day, I give you a big hug, a fucking kiss.
Oh, yeah.
I love you to death, dude. And that's how we were at Commons Park. We're that close. And I haven't seen you.
And Dave, we picked up right where we left off.
So these podcasts, I'm telling Mike, they bring back so many memories. And
Oh, Jesus.
just to see Kevin. I still haven't
Yeah,
seen Kevin.
well,
And,
I hooked
wanna
up
meet
with
up
Kevin
with
on
him.
Facebook.
I want to meet up with him. About a year ago, he wrote a story about the bar room, and he didn't use anonymous names, and I read it, and it's starting to read it, and I'm there. He's fucking talking about me.
I was in there.
Talking about me. And I Facebooked him, and we still haven't met in person, but that's how this started. And then Mike Casello started doing this stuff, and Kevin hooked me up. And
This is cool stuff, man. I enjoy this.
it is. It's good stuff. He's got good shit going on here, Mike. You really do. You're bringing.
And you know, I'm down 1,500 miles away from you guys, so it's good for me to connect and, you know, do that. When you called today, Dave, I tell you, I was happy as a pig and shit.
Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to tell Mike, what he's bringing to people. It's a good thing, man. Even the bad, like we just mentioned, death. You know, it's
Right.
We're bringing out all the emotion. He's got a good forum. You're doing a good job here, Mike. You keep up the good work.
Hey, Kev, how you doing, buddy?
Doing very good. Doing very good.
I mean, you're coming along, man. You know, everything's going good.
Feeling even better than I did 2 years ago. So doing good.
That's
My
awesome.
prayers and my love for you, brother.
Thank you, man.
So we are
Appreciate
going
it.
to meet, Kev. We are going to meet up. I met Mike for the first time today, Gary. He's about 15, 16 years younger than me, but he followed the same. He was a bouncer at the Blarney, and all. You know, he followed
Right. Yeah.
I worked
the
the very
ladder.
last shift the Blarney was alive. The very
Yeah.
last shift. Not
We
I didn't
were
know.
our own bouncers in them days, Kev. You know, we took
Absolutely.
care of.
I remember
took
that.
care of our own, you know, and that's how it was. You know, that's
I was
especially in high school, especially at the
Yeah,
high school and Canterbury and the bet. We all hooked up together. There was no one could touch us.
Yeah, I was just telling Mike and them about back in the day. It was like that because people would just come down and challenge you, you know.
Well, yeah.
They would
And
go to
they-
the Blarney for the fight, you know. They
And
would
they
go.
were dumb to do that.
Gary just reminded me of something else when he just said that. It wasn't just coming down there. See, back then there were no cell phones, right, Mike?
right.
So the phone would ring behind the bar, and I'd have like 20 guys in the bar, right? And the phone ring. It'd be one of the regulars saying, "Hey, Kev, tell me I'm down this place and I got a problem." 2 minutes later, I'd have no customers. They were all gone. We're heading down to Canterbury Street to, help one of the guys down there.
Go, wherever we had to go, to help out our brothers,
Yeah.
and
They
that's,
had a direct button to the police department back in the fucking day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
how
It
about
was
Kev?
still
Hey, Kev, how about this one? Remember we all at the bar on a Saturday afternoon, it'd be about 35 of us, all boozing it up, and the phone would ring, and it'd be our wives or girlfriends, and no one was there. Hey, I'm not here.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
that's why they all hate me. All the wives, because they knew I was lying.
Oh, no
They knew I
kidding.
was lying. Yeah, sure they're not there.
What was the best was a couple of the old ladies would walk in and catch us all.
I'm out getting a haircut.
Yeah. I'm not here. I just left. Oh, just the good times, man. Them Saturday afternoons, Kev, huh? Woo.
Yeah, it was a good place. And the thing that I never forgot or never forget, and I think about this a lot, you think about, certainly I thought about it a lot over the years, but then in the last, since I've been writing and stuff, you think about your past and the things you learned.
Yeah.
And I lived in Boston, I lived in Lawrence, and then I lived in Worcester.
I read your articles when you posted a few of them,
And the thing that I remember about the Columbus Park neighborhood is, yes, they were extremely tight and loyal, like you said. But you know what? You find that in any neighborhood,
Oh, yeah.
What was different though, what was unique about you guys is you still were that tight and that loyal, but you were not like those neighborhoods that won't let anybody else in. You guys,
No, we welcome
anybody else,
everybody.
you were welcome to anybody new that moved in, and you took them in, and you still took them under your wing, and just
And
like
we
Mike
did.
said, yeah, like Mike now, you'd be taking him in
Yeah.
if he was there, and
Yeah.
Oh,
I never forgot that.
It's just that the
People would come, Kev, with the
Gary.
wrong attitude.
Gary, can you read that? You know who
You know,
brought that
people
for
would come
me?
down there, Kev, with the wrong attitude. If we're
Yeah.
there to have fun and raise hell and, with everybody, and you get an attitude and they want it, like Dave said a little while ago, they'd come down and try to test you.
Yeah.
And it was wrong.
Gary,
You know?
Steve Duff, right before he passed away, he would come, he's at my house every week, buddy. He
He's a
showed
good
up,
brother,
he
Steve.
showed up with this shirt for me. I'm just from
Great.
Columbus Park.
I got mine. It says I'm a kid from Webster Square. Timmy Keith made it up.
I
for
have
me.
that shirt, Gary.
Oh, yeah,
I have
yeah.
that shirt. Yep. I grew
Because-
up,
I was from Columbus Park, and I'm very proud of it. But I hung
still
around
are. You
Green.
still are
I
from
hung
Columbus
around
Park.
Leitrim. I hung around, the Black Orchid. I hung around tons of places, But the Blarney Stone in Columbus Park is my home, and it always will be. Main South,
no doubt.
You know, you
Main
mentioned-
South, and I mean Canterbury Street and Benfield. That's all of us together.
Yeah.
And I tell you, I got some great pals from all them neighborhoods, And so
I got a Timmy Keith story for you.
Kevin worked at Leitrim's too and shit,
I got a Timmy Keith story since you just mentioned him.
He's a hot chick. He says,
I never really knew Timmy well, and when this happened, I didn't know him at all.
I bet I got
good
another
man.
one, but go ahead. I'll let you go first.
I've only been working at the bar for a couple of weeks, and the rule was for the bartenders, don't leave the bar, whatever happens. There's no doorman, just whatever happens. Don't leave the bar. And so Timmy, I didn't know. I don't even think I knew his name at the time. So Timmy shows up, and it's right around last call, maybe right after it. And the bartender, I don't know if it was Brad Allen, I don't know. Somebody says to me, goes, this is going to be trouble. I could tell by the look on his face. So
Timmy, man. Timmy was a tough brother.
Timmy looks over at Mike Lynch and
Mike
goes
Lynch.
over and starts just wailing on him. And he's wailing on him inside, and then it spills outside the door, and he's wailing on him outside.
Yeah,
And-
I had to drop
And
my
so
cup.
I could just, I'm looking at him like, this guy's going to get killed, So I never could listen to that rule about staying behind the bar. So now, not only, and there was a couple of local girls. I know, man, Buffy Hare was one of them, and I know what happened. So,
God bless
Buffy
Buffy.
and-
Rest in peace.
yeah, Buffy and her sister were like, don't get involved. And I'm sitting there, so we're outside, and I'm watching Timmy pounding. Mike is unconscious, and he's pounding his head into the ground. So I finally I'm not going to watch this guy get killed here.
Yeah,
So
you got to break that up. When it gets
So-
that far, you got to break it up.
now, not only am I behind the bar, but I'm outside of the bar. So I just go over and I just kind of gently grab him. I'm no tough guy, right? So I just kind of gently grab him like, hey, man. He turns around, like cocks his arm like this. He probably gets it about 2 inches from my nose. When he realizes, hey, that's just the Clark. He's like, that's just the Clark kid. So he goes, hey, all right. And he just stops and he walked away.
Yeah.
He could have broke my nose. He easily could have broke I had no defense. I wasn't a fighter.
Kev, we all had a lot of respect for you, brother. You were a newcomer. You worked the tended bar. You came into a tough place back then. And you did fine, bro. You
Gary,
joined right in with us.
you get to read that story he read about the Blarney Stone?
I read.
That was me, his first day. That was me.
I
That
know.
was red.
And that's how I got back. That's how I got in touch with him. It's been ever since. It's been great. We're
I
gonna
think
meet.
he
Kev's gonna meet up.
mentioned me a couple times anonymously.
Well, it's funny because me and Whitey were friends on Facebook, but we had never communicated. So and when I was writing that, I'm like, I got to be careful here. I got to change the names. He's never going to see it anyway. He was the first guy to read it.
And I'm
He
reading.
sends me a private message I recognize. I know who Red is.
I'm reading
Hey,
it going,
Paula.
this
Remember
is
Kevin?
fucking me. This is about me. And I
Hold
read the
on.
whole thing and it was good.
There's
It was good.
there's Whitey. Remember Dave? You know Dave. Kenny.
I put,
Oh,
I
wait
put.
a minute, wait a minute. There's Dave right there.
Hi Dave, how you doing?
Kevin, remember?
Good to see you.
Hey, Paula,
Same person.
Oh, Kev, come on, Kev.
I'm right here, right? Hi, Paula.
There he is. There's Kev.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, how you doing?
Good, how you doing?
Very good, thank you.
Everybody's
Oh,
good.
man,
Miss you guys.
Yeah,
it's both of you.
me
Yeah.
too. Like I was
Good to see
telling
your faces.
telling
Good to see
Dave.
your mugs. We know you're getting older like us.
Yeah, we all got glasses. Kev, you don't have glasses.
Nope. I use reading glasses.
Well, these are reading glasses, but you know, to see up close, you know, I can't see shit.
Yeah, no, I've been actually pretty healthy, pretty lucky for the most part. I mean,
Look at all my medication. Hey, my blood pressure's crazy. Look at the meds I'm on.
Man.
Fucking, my blood pressure was like 190 something over 133 2 weeks ago. The
Just
doctor,
about dead.
the doctor said, I don't know how the fuck you didn't have a stroke. So it's all good now. I'm back down. My blood pressure's, it's the Italian blood in me. What can I tell you?
yeah, you always had that hot blood.
Yeah. Mellowed out my old age. Where's Michael? Where'd Mike get in on that conversation? Tell us some
I
stories.
love this. You have no idea. I'm a young buck. Look, Kevin is one. of the
I
top
know, brother. But hey,
We were hoping to
you
get it.
know,
We were
I
hoping to
tried
get a
hold
few more
the- I tried
guys
to
in.
hold the respect.
I was hoping to get a few more guys in. He just showed me how to do it, Gary. So now I can
Well-
post it. Because like you said, we're old school. We didn't know how to get that.
I tell you,
I had the same problem as you. I'm there. What the fuck? Do you think I'm a genius?
yeah, Jesus, I had to change I forgot my password. I didn't do this. I did.
So now I know how to. I know how to post it now, and now you just go on my site. You do what I did, and we spread the word, and then more people can come in. And he's
I'm gonna get Marty Lynch on. I'm gonna get Marty on.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'll
Zeke.
tell you, you know what's great is I can already tell that either of you two, if you guys are in the Blarney, as of the last time I was there, I would come sit next to you and shoot the shit. So thank you for coming on. It's
But
nice to meet you both, like legitimately.
But
Saying, hey, when I come up to visit, we'll get a hold of you. We'll all have to meet somewhere and have a cocktail. Even though I haven't drank in 3 years, and it was about 3 years before Stevie Klein's wake, and that was the first time in 3 years I drank. So I drank like twice in 6 years, but I didn't quit. I just stopped because I will indulge.
Right? Yeah,
But
I agree.
I will have
That's a great point.
I'll have Kevin make my scotch and waters just a splash.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes. Very little water.
The water, brother. That's it.
It's been 30 years.
Splash the water.
30 years, Gary. 30
I know.
years.
God bless you, Dave. No, I know you have. I know you've
I
been.
wouldn't, dude, the way I was going, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here. You know,
Hey,
had
if I didn't leave Worcester when I was 45, 46 years old, I might have been gone myself, bro. And when I got down here, the first 4 years here, I hit every happy hour known to Florida. And then I had surgeries. I had this thing called diverticulitis. You know, it's a colon fucking thing.
Brock
Yeah.
Lesnar
And
had that.
then I had back surgery. And, you know, I went from boozing, I got stupid on the other pills and got off them. And so I've been doing good, you know.
Good.
But, you know, it's good times. It's, you know, Joe Walsh from the Eagles once said, you know, they tell me I had a good time. So they tell me I had a good time.
You did. We'll tell you that.
I think we're all in agreement. None of us would trade it back for anything, right?
I wouldn't trade nothing, pal. I tell you. And I
None of
said this before, and I say it again. If anybody had a chance, but if I had another chance, I would do a couple things different, maybe education, play more sports, that type of thing. But I'd want to grow up in the same fucking neighborhood with the same families and friends that I've known, even Bennett Field friends in high school and Canterbury Street. We all got to become friends later in life in high school, you know? And I'd want us to all know, I just want to know all the same dudes that I grew up with, you know?
Gary, if I could make a mission statement for this podcast, what you just said in the last 30 seconds would be it.
And to say something further there, Mike, so much I believe in that, but the times today, buddy, what you're doing right now, Mike, we wouldn't be able to do this though. We wouldn't be able to do this. I wouldn't be able to sit and talk with my buddy and then I haven't seen in 30 fucking years.
Exactly.
And you're making this happen. You're making this happen. And thumbs up to you, because I told you, when I get off the podcast, I say it's so good to talk to him. And once we spread the word, hopefully it goes. Hopefully it keeps going, you know?
Be fucking awesome to get 10, 15 of us.
So we will. So what I'm saying,
you know, I want to tell you too much. I didn't join Facebook for like probably 6 years after it was out. And, you know, like they say, I'm old school. I didn't know what the fuck Facebook, blah, blah, blah. But a couple buddies call me, get on Facebook. We're both, now it's great. I get to talk to, at least associate with my buddies that I haven't seen and grew up with. We talk about sports and the Bruins and the whatever, you know. And so I joined Facebook for that fact, really, you know, to stay in contact with people. Like Kev, I didn't talk to Kev for years. And then I saw him on Facebook. We friended each other. Now we bullshit here and there, now and then, which is great.
Yeah.
You know, and then Dave, when Dave called me today, I swear, I had a fucking grin from ear to fucking ear. You know, it's just nice to see him. He was my little pal growing up. I had him under my wing. You know,
Mike, that's what I'm trying to tell you what's going on here, Mike. That's exactly what you're bringing. This is what you're bringing. You're bringing joy. The more people get involved, the more people love it. Talking stories, talking bullshit, talking sports. Fucking Columbus Park was the best fucking sports. I don't give a back then. I don't know about now, but back then there was nobody better. Nobody better in Columbus Park. They all, when the grammar schools played, they put
we were good.
all the schools together to play Columbus
Hey,
Park.
guys, I gotta interrupt 1 second. I gotta go. I got some people waiting for me.
Kev,
So,
love to see Kev. Great seeing you. We'll be in touch.
Kevin,
thanks,
I
guys.
love you, pal.
See you guys. Thanks a lot, man.
Love you, brother.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, Mike.
Right there. There's good people right there, man. Good
Guys
people.
like Gary will enjoy this. You know, he'll spread the word. Say, hey, let's talk some bullshit.
Later on tonight, I'll get on. I'll hit Zico up in Vegas. He's out in Vegas, so he'll like this. You know, I'm going to talk to Marty Lids tomorrow.
With what you guys have already talked about, it's already a success, man. Like, just to hear you guys talk like that, it's already a success. Like,
Hey, Gary, Mike's working on some bigger names. He's already had Peter McNeely. He's already had Gordy Lockbaum on. He's had some big, Steve Sargent.
I wish, well, listen, I got a story for you. Back in the day up at Gilrain, see, we all started drinking at Gilrain's, which is a great place, a lot of fun up there, boy. Woo, good memories there.
Do you know
When Sugar Ray Leonard fought Kevin Howard down the Worcester Centrum,
Yeah.
we had a fight night at Gilrain's, prime rib dinner, and back then I had Beta Vision, not the V8, not the VCRs, the Beta.
Yeah.
And I had all the old fights, Ali, Frazier's, Norton's, Foreman's. I had Hagler's, the Leonards. Leonard and Angelo Dundee was supposed to come to the dinner. Well, Ray Leonard didn't make it, but Angelo Dundee came. I mean, I sat right with Angelo Dundee talking about the fights, and he was busting my ball. What are you doing with these fights? Because they're copyrighted. You're not supposed to do that.
Yeah, right.
But anyway, Angelo, and I didn't go. I don't know why. The next day, he told me to go down to Marriott. And when I got there to ask for him, and I could have went up to the room and met Sugar Ray Leonard and shit. But I was so fucking hungover, it felt like shit. I didn't go, and I kicked myself in the ass. But yeah, we had a good time that night. I mean, oh, it was awesome. We watched a lot of good fights, and Angela Dundee was there. It was awesome. It was awesome.
Good shit, man. I know I'm trying my hardest to get Irish Mickey Ward on right now.
One of my favorite, the greatest three fights, and I've been watching the fight game since the 60s. And I'll tell you, three of the greatest fights I seen were Mickey Ward and Arturo Gotti.
Both of them.
All three.
Both of them.
All three of them.
Yeah, all three of them.
All three of them, Dave. There was not one round that wasn't exciting.
Unbelievable.
It was Hagler Hearns for fucking 20, whatever, 3 fights, 12 times.
Didn't even compare. Didn't even compare to them fights. Didn't even compare to them fights.
Unreal.
What hot? What hot? I mean, God bless Gotti, rest in peace, and then Mickey Ward. You gotta love him. You gotta love him with the guts and the. He was a tough son of a bitch. And you know what? As tough as Mickey Ward was, he's a nice fucking guy.
Oh yeah. Legitimately.
I met Mick many years ago up in Lowell, and you know he was just a nice guy.
Yep, 100%. And I'm working on it. I'll get him. I'm getting back into it right now.
Man,
we'll
I tell you, it gives me chills. Gives me chills.
Yeah. So look, we're gonna do another. We'll get everybody together. Gary, it's great to meet you, man.
Same here, brother. Same way. Same here. Now, do you have all my info and shit? Friend me on Facebook and stuff or whatever.
I will. Yep. Look at it. Dave ain't going nowhere. I'll friend you. If we'll get whoever you want. Well, let's plan on. We'll do next Thursday. We'll try that.
Sounds good. Just Dave will get a hold of me, or you get a hold of me. Let me know what's going on, and I'll be there, brother.
It was a good day. It was a good day, Gary. It's good seeing you from this far away.
It was a great day. Number one was you calling me. When I saw your name come up, I said, wow, man, my brother. You know, and it's been, yes, an awesome time. Awesome day. Mike, awesome to meet you, brother.
He's got a good thing going here. He's got a good thing going.
Same
yeah,
man.
like I said, pal, it really, yeah, you're a young kid, no doubt. But you know what? It doesn't matter. Age don't matter. When you hit a certain age, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying?
Like I said earlier, I could already tell meeting you guys, you would be people I would walk up to and just sit next to and talk to in the bar.
And I'd be more than welcome to have many gustos with you, brother.
At the Blarney, by the bathrooms on that corner. That's where I was. Hey, how about this? What was your favorite seat at the Blarney Stone?
Me, when I first got there, it was down near the shit house.
Yeah.
You know, and then later it was closer to the door. But after I had a few drinks with me, I was a mingler. I was all over the fuck. You know, I couldn't sit still. Yeah, I was over here bullshit, and I was over there bullshit. You know, I started, you know, I couldn't sit.
Yeah, I see. I was a big guy, so I always sat, but it would always be, you never wanted to be in the alley by the windows.
Right.
And, I mean, I was always by the pool.
That was a pain in the ass. See, people trying to get by all the time.
Yeah, well, you got to carry the guy you knocked out through the.
I was corners. I like the corners. The corners.
Yes.
But but Mike, on the OG side of the bar, see, you wouldn't remember. The Blarney Stone was just half the size of that. It was called the Standards back in the day.
Yeah.
And it was just half the bar, you know. So I'm talking the OG side. I like.
I get it too. I understand.
Mike, they had bands play there. Tebow used to get up at the end. Tebow used to get up at the end of the night. Yeah. Tebow. He do the blues, man. He did it at Gill Range. At Gill Range, they'd have top performers and people at the end of the night. At the end of the night, they'd always have Tebow come on and sing. He was a big guy and he could fucking sing the blues, dude.
As you know, Dave, Gill Range was a blues bar. You know,
absolutely. Yeah.
And I tell you, one of my best friends, Jackie Incato, his brother Tommy,
Yeah.
Ricky McTide, God rest his soul, rest in peace, Ricky Fitzy. They owned it back then.
Yeah.
You know, the three of them. And I tell you, good fucking times, good place, good people, good food, great steaks, prime rib steaks. Oh, unbelievable.
Good music. Yeah, I mean, they had national, like, good celebrity names, right? I remember, if you guys know Sean Mayer, or Mar, he loved that place. It
was awesome, Mike. I tell you, I wish you could have, were old enough at the time back then, because I tell you, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
A lot of fun. And I tell you, Bob, too, the Blarney Stone, it was really the best place. And I'm going to say it, I don't give a fuck. Up until Tommy McKeeb, he started changing the bar around. And hey, you know what? You can understand it now. Back then it sucked because we were regulars.
Yeah.
But he catered to the clock students and kind of fucking said, fuck you to the regulars.
That's where the money was. That's where the money was.
He didn't realize all the clock students go home for 6 months or whatever, and the regulars kept them fucking going.
Yeah.
Look at that.
I remember Dave. He shunned us. You know. That's why we all started going to Gilrain's.
I get it too. I get it. I mean, I don't have a lot of great things to say, but he made his money on that decision. I know that. That's
he's losing a lot of money now.
Yeah, no shit.
He'll be getting sued for the next 50 years.
Yeah, he's in some trouble, but it is what it is, man. I told you.
It's too bad because Tommy's a good guy. He means well. He really is. I had my
Gary's
off on with him, but he's a good guy.
I got scratched 30 times.
Me and you both. Me and you both. I remember, hey, Dave, I drew in the wintertime, the prick scratched me. I said, you motherfucker, I live fucking 8 houses up the street. Blah, blah, blah. I'm not driving. He wouldn't let me in. I picked up a big fucking ice chunk. Biggest fucking thing I could pick up, and I gunned it through the door.
I'll tell you, I've been thrown out probably 4 or 5 times. I've never been scratched, but
the only bar I ever been, I never been like scratched for a longer period of time. I think a week was my longest, but it was more of a thrown out for the night type of thing.
I got a real quick story. I was telling Mike about it, and it's a quick story. But you remember Mike that owned the bar? Mike that owned the bar?
Yes, Mike and Rick.
You remember Jim Holman, the big Jim?
Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ, Jim.
So listen to this. It's 12 o'clock at night. Big Jim's on the bar. It's fucking packed. I come in. Mike, the little Jewish guy, the owner, called me an ignorant fuck, right? It was 12 o'clock now. I set up the bar. I set up the whole bar. Now, I set up the whole bar. There was fucking tons of people in it. Jim Holman sets up the whole bar. I take my fucking bottle of booze and I throw it across the fucking smash all the beer bottles. I go to court, all that good shit.
On the bar?
I smashed all the bottles in the bar.
Hey, God bless you.
And I screwed. I got arrested for it soon. They brought me to court.
I didn't do that shit. I beat people up.
It cost me like $3,000 I damaged, right? And I was ordered in the paper to stay away. I couldn't go into the Blarney for life.
You're fucking nut. Maybe I just got in a lot of fights.
I was banned for life.
That's a feat.
I either was getting my ass kicked or beating ass, one or the other.
And then McCabe let me back in, and he scratched me like 30 times over the years.
Oh, yeah. And, it was the only fucking bar I ever got fucking tossed from, ever. And I drank everywhere, Dave. Everywhere, Mike. Greens, Leitrim's, the Black Orchid, the Diamond Inn. I was all over the fucking city.
Yeah, me too. But
hey, Mike,
I drank in Auburn too, bros. Well, that's been gone a long time, bros.
Timmy Redmond was the bartender.
It was
Bros.
the top of the hill there with a church.
Bros at the top of the hill.
Yeah, it's right at the top of the hill by the church.
Timmy Redmond was the bartender.
Yeah, Timmy. Yep. How's
Yeah.
he doing?
He's doing good. I golf with him. I golf with him up here in Leicester at the Knights of Columbus
Tell
League.
Timmy, and you see him. Tell him I was asking for him, Dave. Please.
Absolutely. I'm trying to get some of these guys on the pod too.
Dave,
Yeah,
where,
yeah.
Gary, where did you go to high school?
South High.
Yeah, Dave, South?
Yeah.
South High. Yeah.
South High,
I
baby.
should have graduated in '75, but I stayed back in the 6th grade. So
I
but,
graduated in 1998 and I stayed back in 1997.
I quit. I
Hey,
quit. I went to
you
the,
did it. Hey, Mike, you did it, right? That's
I
all
did.
counts.
I did
I
it
went
on
to the old
purpose.
school. I went to the old school for 1 year, and then I quit school, and the new school opened up. I went back
Right.
and got my diploma. I went back to the new school and got my diploma.
Dave,
Yeah.
What I wanted to say
I
though,
was in
Dave,
old school. I was Phelan Street, Richard
Right.
Street.
You weren't at the new school.
what I
No,
wanted
they
to say,
just
Dave, you did that.
Reggie.
You have that
No.
tournament coming up, right, Dave?
What's that?
You have that tournament coming up, the Colonel tournament there with Mike Papagni.
I actually Mike's got it. I don't know if I'm in it. I'm not in it, but Mike's got a tournament coming up. Yeah, we
I
go
think
for we have a golf.
it's at Leicester Country Club, I believe.
We're in a league up. I'm in a league up there with Mike.
Right, right.
Actually, no,
Knights of,
it's at-
Knights of Columbus. Harry knows a
Dave,
lot
you
of the
said
guys.
Mike
Knights of Columbus.
You're in the Knights, right? I'm a member.
Mike McAvoy. You know a lot of the guys golfing. McAvoy, all them guys. You
Danny
know.
Gosler.
Yup,
Denny.
Denny, Brian.
that,
Yep.
that tournament's at Harry.
Gary probably knows 3/4 of the golf league.
I know just about everybody. When I joined the Knights back in the day, I got over 30 members in. I got Max and Bert and Gary Berthume. I got a ton of people. I got them to join, I was very active, Dave. I was very active. I ran the degrees and everything, this, I'm a 3rd degree. Night. And you can go 4th degree, but no one does. Not, 3rd degree is about the best, right there. And I used to run the classes, So Knights is a good organization.
Mike, you got a great day going here, buddy.
Hey,
I'm looking
how you
forward
doing?
to
Now,
it.
Mike, let me ask you something. Sorry, Dave. Now,
Go ahead.
you're good friends with Mike Ruggiero?
I am, yeah. Actually, me and Mike, he graduated a year ahead of me at South High.
You tell him you met me tonight. You tell him you met Gary Ionati.
He was
He was
pumped
on-
when
he
I
was
said your
on.
name earlier.
He's my brother. He's my boy, man. Like
Right
I say,
before
me
you
and
got on,
Ruggiero.
Gary, he was on waiting
Yeah.
for you, but he had to go.
Yeah.
So like I said, let's plan on next Thursday. You guys get whoever you want. It doesn't matter. But I gotta.
All right,
gotta
sounds
look
good. Now, usually, Mike, 7:30, you usually, that's about the time, right?
We'll be on at 7.
Hey, Dave, you hit me up, too, to remind me. I'm an old fuck. My mind's gone.
Gary, you call a
Too
few
many-
guys.
Too
I'll
many
call a few
punches,
guys.
Dave, too many punches.
You call a few guys. I'll call a few guys. We're gonna make it happen.
Absolutely,
brother.
Absolutely, Gary. Thank you for stopping by tonight. I appreciate it. And
Right here, pal. Love you,
know it,
buddy.
my man. You
Mean
know
that.
it. You know it.
Any friend of the Ruggeros is a friend, like I say, you tell them, we're family, man. We're not friends, we're family.
It's from our neighborhood. That's what our whole neighborhood is, man. That's what our whole neighborhood is. You know that. But
And Dave, give me a call. Video
I will.
chat me. I like
All right,
that.
buddy.
That was great.
awesome.
And Mike, hit me up on Facebook, Mike, too.
I will tonight.
All
I
right?
won't-
That
as
way
soon as
we
it's
can stay in touch and bullshit that way, too.
done. Absolutely, my man. Thank you
All
very
right.
much. I'll talk to you this week.
All right, you guys. I love you guys, man. Good to talk with you. I mean
Nice to meet
it.
you, Gary.
I-
My man.
I'm fucking thrilled. I'm fucking thrilled. I'll talk to you guys, all right?
Take it easy, my man. Dave, that was awesome. So, Dave, I'm bringing on right now, Eric, you in?
Living the dream.
This is
Well
Titan
done.
Eric right here. This is
Titan Eric.
and he's in the gear. We got to, I told Derek we're going to talk a little bit of football this week because we got this guy is a Titans fan.
I don't see Eric.
I'm
Eric,
hiding.
I got him on mine. He's in the dock. You know, but he also no. Put the hat back on. If you're gonna represent, represent.
Oh, this is my travel baseball team.
Okay,
like
there you
that.
go.
Is that
There you
what's
go.
that,
Now
is that strike zone? Yeah, yeah, awesome. So, Eric, how's your week been, man? I know you're a busy guy.
It's been pretty good. Won our town playoff game last night. We're in the championship on Monday.
Yeah.
Kicking ass, you know, living the dream.
Well, so is that the only league you're in right now? Well, your son?
That and travel. We still got a bunch of games in travel. We're second place right now in the division. So
Yeah.
we got 3 games, 3 divisional games left. So big, you know.
Good
what do
shit.
you play? What do your kids play?
My son plays town ball. Just got done with his JV high school season, and he is travel ball for a strike zone.
So I'm a little bit older than you. My kids played for Paquette, and we went through. You know, they won the districts when the boys went to the
World Series. Yeah.
My kids pitched for Paquette. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
And they made it. The girls made it quite fast. So it was great time. Great time in my life, man.
Burkett,
I'm glad you're going through it, dude. It's good.
14,
It's
so,
good.
You know.
Where's the furthest the travel team has gone so far?
We a Memorial Day weekend. We were down on Long Island. We got rained out for the whole weekend. It sucked.
I'll tell you, we went to
Hotel with no
Florida.
pool.
We went to
Yeah.
Florida. Down there, it's different, man. They got different. They get the practice. They get the practice all year round outside.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, absolutely. They
the
took one
town
week
is
off.
unbelievable. Unbelievable down there.
A couple of weeks we're up in New Hampshire, so we'll see.
Yeah. We were all over the states back then. It's actually a good time. It takes a lot out of you though, and not cheap.
Yeah, no, not at all. Not at all.
I know.
So, Titan Eric, what we got some news this week. You got Julio Jones.
Oh,
He
let's
crafted all the
go.
fuckers. What's next? You got is Zach Ertz coming on, or
Rumor has it they're talking, so we'll see.
I seen
We'll
that.
see. I think the best thing about football right now is the AFC as a whole is so much stronger with the moves they made this offseason. So it's going to be a lot of fun football this year, you know?
A lot of fun football. I'm pumped, man. I'm so pumped. I mean, with COVID last year, but it was still fun. I mean, last year we did all right. The season was all right, but
So did you guys see what's his name say they're going 21-0 from the Chiefs?
Yeah.
Who?
Did you see that? The wide receiver there, what's his name?
Tyreek, I beat never mind. Tyreek Hill?
Yeah, say they're gonna go 21-0. It's a pretty big statement to make. 21-0 this year. That's what they're looking at.
They beefed up their offensive line, so if all of them can stay healthy, they're gonna be tough, you know?
No doubt.
They're gonna be tough, but the talent that's out there now, and the rules. I mean, it favors a fast playing team.
Yep.
There's no doubt it favors it, but to go 21-0 today is you got to be fucking good, real good.
Yeah.
No
Titans, the Titans' weakest part is going to be their tight ends. So we'll see.
Especially with injuries. Injuries can happen. You know, that's a big statement.
John, who's already hurt.
There you go.
Yeah, he's hurt. What?
Jonah
Your savior Cam Newton's been hurt, right? Throwing hands.
Yeah. I mean, come on. I like it. I think. You know what I think is interesting? A lot of people don't know about 17 games this year. I seen you highlighted that. I don't think a lot of people. You're the only one posting the real record. So I'm on board. Like, I get it.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man.
We'll see. Right. You're shortening up the preseason to get that game in. So,
yeah.
You know, hopefully everybody's prepared because
it's all about money.
Going to be a grind. Oh, absolutely. I don't know how I feel with 60,000 plus people sitting next to me. You know?
Yeah, no shit. No shit.
I already got my Titan ticket, so we're good. Let's go.
Eric, if you get number one pick in this fantasy draft this year, who are you picking? On what your choice of whatever league format there is. We play 2 quarterbacks, 3 receivers, tight end.
I run a league. In my league, it's like you get 1 point for every reception, so it's heavy.
Yeah.
I would have to say if I got number 1 and just looking to see if he was franchised, because we allow 1 keeper per year, I'd be all about Derrick Henry just for pure principle.
With no keeper.
With no keeper. I mean, you can call me a homer or whatever. That's a tough one.
Yes,
It
I
really
love it.
is.
You're squirming. I see you squirming.
Yeah, well, absolutely, because there's so much shit out there right now. You know what I mean? I mean, it's going to be insane.
I know who mine is.
I would think Christian McCaffrey will drop all the way to the bottom of the first round, second round, with the injury he just had, because he's never going to be the same.
How many teams?
Huh?
How many? He's not getting out of the first top 10, but how many teams?
I got 12 in mind.
And you think he's going when?
I would say late first round. Late.
There might be a bet on the table after this podcast.
Well, you really think he's going to go that high with the injuries he just overcame or had?
No doubt. He's not. If I'm in, I'm not. He's not getting past me and past 5.
Yeah. No, I got it.
Past 5.
Yeah.
I love the whole Kansas City thing this week with Le'Veon Bell and Andy Reid. That is awesome. The way Andy Reid pulled that off is fantastic, and that's what needs to happen. Because now Le'Veon's like, wow, I feel like a dick.
Yeah, he's such a waste of talent.
Yep, and he has been. He really has.
Yep.
Who else taunted him this week? Someone else said he's been retired 2017 or something when he held out.
No, I didn't see that.
But I don't know. The way he used to run, his hesitation was what he did. I don't know why he lost track of that. He's not a just full bull ahead runner. His whole bag was hesitation, side to side. Also, in some tight news, Chris Johnson said this week that he said, I wish they made those moves when I was there, which that's fucking absolutely true.
Oh, super valid point. How many years have we just been mediocre, just enough to miss the playoffs or something stupid?
No doubt. Tannehill is the guy, though.
Who?
Tannehill?
Yeah, I think he is. Absolutely. It's sad because if you look at Adam Gase, look what he did with what's his face there. Oh my God, the Jets quarterback, right? He did shit with him, right? You're gonna see him thrive now, or he should at least with Carolina. Yeah, Darnold. Sorry.
Darnold.
Yeah, and then look what he did with Tannehill in Miami. He almost ruined his career.
I can't believe it. I think Tannehill had better stats than Mahomes last year or something like that.
Well, if you want to go back to my Facebook post,
I'm sure you got it on lock.
He's top 3 in many categories since he became a Titan. And that's with him passing less than 200 yards most of the time. Efficiency is always there. He can scramble. He's not a stay in the pocket quarterback. So, it's gonna be fun times this year, man. And both AJ Brown and him stay happy. Oh my God. You keep the 3 of them.
Unreal. Who's 3 on that team?
Huh?
Who's the 3rd receiver?
Fuck. Oh my God. Oh no, they just lost. What's his face? Corey Davis.
He's gone. That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah,
I was thinking of Corey Davis.
No, that really isn't one that's like identified as a true step-up 3rd receiver yet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Corey Davis was that.
Yeah. Technically, he was the 2nd receiver, but he played for his get out of there.
And Jonu was.
Yeah. We got Ferkser, the tight end, who's a good pass catching tight end. 3rd down, very clutch, but there's no talent there. He's not busting a play for 50 yards for a touchdown.
Right. Right.
He's a dink and dunk type of guy. So we'll see.
And it doesn't even matter. You got the bowling ball, man. You got Derrick Henry.
If he stays healthy in another 2,000 yard season, oh my God.
He's a beast. He's a beast.
Yeah.
He's a beast. Who's the second running back?
Huh?
Who's the second running back?
He was a rookie from last year.
Darrington Evans?
Was it him? No.
Darrington Evans was their number 1. That was their draft pick from last year, but.
Yeah, well, he'd be the second one. But there was another guy. God damn it. I'm drawing blanks.
Bring back Lendale White. That's my dude. He was my best fantasy running back ever, I think.
Back in the day? Cool.
Yeah. He was a monster. An absolute monster. Number 1.
Didn't run a ton,
He ran from the 1 yard line and he never failed, it seems.
Yeah.
Not on 4 downs, not on 3 downs anyway.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like I
So
said, I
I'm
can't wait.
I'm a little
96,
bit old.
96 days left until the season starts. So let's go.
I'm a
Yeah,
little
yeah.
bit older than you guys, and I gotta say, there's a lot in my time. The best running back that I've ever seen play, and didn't play long enough. No, he's his fucking
If it's
name.
not Barry Sanders,
It's definitely Barry Sanders.
Barry Sanders is the best running back ever. But he's not. He
It's
quit.
definitely Barry
You
Sanders.
think so?
He quit. There's no doubt.
Talent-wise, yes.
You watch that kid play. Back then it was old school too. It was
I'll tell
fucking
you one thing. Pete
no
Rose
goal for the legs.
Pete
I mean,
Rose-
they went for the legs. They went for the fucking whatever they could to fucking.
Dave.
He was talented fucking running back, and he quit in the prime of his careers. The
Yeah.
fucking
Pete Rose deserves to be in the Hall of Fame more than Barry Sanders deserves to be called the best running back ever.
Absolutely.
I'll agree with that 100%
You know-
because he fucking quit in his prime. He fucking quit. He just
Yeah.
fucking quit.
And one of the best arguments I've ever had in my life was battling for. Someone said that Emmitt Smith should quit playing when he was playing for the Cardinals. My buddy Jesse. We talked bad shit. He said that Emmitt should stop. That he played past when he got the record, and
Yeah.
I guess he wasn't really playing to win or for a title. Who cares? The guy is hard. He wants to play the game, and he really didn't. He wasn't lollygagging. And you see all these guys who lollygag for a contract. Well, he didn't need the money, and he came back and played because he loves the game. You telling me I'm going to hate that? No way. But on the original point, Pete Rose deserves to be in the Hall of Fame more than Barry Sanders deserves to be called the best running back ever.
Absolute. And there's no doubt there. And just because Sanders only played fucking 6 years and quit,
8 or 9 or something like that. But
he doesn't
Where do you
he
compare him to Bo
doesn't belong in the Hall of Fame because he quit at the prime. He doesn't. He was the best running back I ever seen run. Though, even better than OJ. He was fucking good. There's no doubt he was good.
yep.
Where do you compare him to Bo Jackson? The Bo
There's
Jackson stayed
another
healthy.
one that's fucking.
Bo-
There's
Bo
another one
Jackson-
that was good.
He would
Good.
have been the best
Good.
running back ever.
I would have
Yeah.
put him top 5.
I gotta
By
agree.
far.
I gotta agree. Pretty close, right? To if he stayed with just football, that guy was an animal. He was a
Yeah.
fucking animal.
Well, football is what killed him. And not only like you would think. You think a broken hip. You think like he got smashed. He got pulled
Yeah.
from behind. It was like a wrong
Horse
direction.
collar.
Yeah, it was nothing. It wasn't like you think. And it ruined his
He
career.
wasn't a showboat either. He was not a showboat like Deion Sanders or anything like that. He just went on his business, man. He just
I
get
don't
out of
get
my
you
fucking way.
as like modern as Barry Sanders is known as the best video game player of all time. He was the best player to use in Tecmo football. Nintendo, the original Tecmo. But I'm talking Madden years to come, or any football game breaker, whatever. Bo Jackson was the nastiest player you could ever use to the point. And actually, Barry Sanders was pretty good too, but both of them you could use in Tecmo, run all the way back from the 1 yard line and run all the way back and like end up with 700 yards or something like
That's
that.
awesome.
But both of them were Bo Jackson. I mean, Jesus. And he's a nasty, did you see his 60 for 60 or whatever it was? I mean, 30 for 30.
Yeah, he was. It's fucking. He would not go out of bounds. He wanted to hit.
Yeah.
He wouldn't go out of bounds without hitting. He fucking hit. He wanted to hit you when he carried that ball. He wanted to slam you.
He's nasty with a bow and arrow.
His fucking thighs were side. You just bounce off him. He would push you out of. Mean
Oh,
dude,
yeah.
man.
And that was
He's
back
all
when you
business.
could, yeah. And that was back
At the end of his
people in the
30-30, he went across the street to his neighbor's yard and hit a bullseye in the back of his yard with a bow and arrow. Bo Jackson, he was just good at everything. That's
absolutely.
what it is.
Absolutely.
Well, guys, listen, we're gonna wrap it up. I only got a few minutes left here. Eric, we appreciate you stopping by.
Nice meeting you, Eric.
We had to get some
Seeing ya.
football talk in tonight. We're gonna get it. I think fantasy, it's gonna start rolling from here on out. So
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
absolutely. Dave, thank you again. I appreciate
All right,
it.
guys. Good.
great show again tonight, guys. Thank you very much. And
Hey,
we'll
dude.
talk to you guys next week.